Alright guys, in this video I'm going to show you how Skyline Music Studio students get more done in less time. This practice method was taught to me by one of my guitar teachers, Jamie Glazier. It is based on the practice regimen that his teacher, Joe Breeze of the Ed Sullivan Orchestra, taught him. Now, the Ed Sullivan Show was a variety TV show that ran from 1948 to 1971. Most people know it because in 1967, it's the show that made the Beatles famous in America. It aired each Sunday night and had an hour's worth of music to learn each week for the orchestra. This music had to be played perfectly because it was on live TV. No do-overs. It's a lot of music to learn in such a short amount of time at such a high quality. And this practice regimen is how Joe, Jamie, myself, and my students accomplish what is needed in a third of the time. The first thing that Joe made Jamie understand was that practice is a job. Simply put, a job is something we do to get something else. Usually, it's something we do in exchange for money. Here, we practice to reach the goals that we set for ourselves each week. If our practice is a job, then we must show up on time. Pick a time, at least 3 days a week, to spend 10 minutes practicing. The 10 minutes does not include things like grabbing our instruments, setting up our practice space, or even tuning the guitar. Only productive time working towards the weekly goal counts towards the 10 minutes. We also have to understand what practice is. Simply put, we, as in Skyline Music Studio, define practice as playing something we are not yet good at. If we're good at it, it isn't practice. It's playing, and you should spend more time playing than practicing because it's fun. The framework I'm about to show you makes practice stink less. Now that we understand that practice is a job and that practice is also playing what we're not good at, let's take a look at your responsibilities during practice. We divide them into 4 categories. Number 1, the warm-up. Number 2, technique. Number 3, practicing our songs. And number 4, perform/create. We assign each of these sections a specific number of minutes to use our time most efficiently. For example, in this course, we will spend 2 minutes on the warm-up, 2 minutes on technique, 3 minutes on practicing songs. Remember, practicing is playing what we're not good at in our song, and 3 minutes performing our song. We ask you to set a timer for each section and then move on right away when it goes off, even if you're in the middle of the song. To end, let's talk about what goes on in each section. Number 1, the warm-up. The warm-up is designed to get our brain and our fingers talking to each other well. This is the only part of the practice plan where we play something we're already good at. Number 2, technique. Technique is designed to be the conditioning to our sport, much like a football team lifting weights in the off-season. While it is not playing our song, it is something that will help us with our song. For example, learning the chords in the key of A if our goal was to play Heartache Medication by John Party. Number 3, practice songs. This is where we do what most people think of when they think of practicing an instrument. We find spots in the tune we are not good at yet and work through them using the 3-step framework we discussed in the last video. Here, if we make a mistake, we can loop that spot until we no longer mess it up. Number 4, perform/create. This is where we attempt our goal for the week. If we make mistakes in the performance section, we keep playing just like if we were on stage performing for family and friends. This section is important because it trains us to think about our music in 2 different ways, in the practicing way and in the performing way. Alright guys, we've made it through the intro section of the course. So far we've learned about the goal of the course, the price of the course, the learning framework we will use in the course, and the practice plan that will help us reach our goal. It's time to dive into week 1, and we are so excited for you to start this journey.